All right, so getting some gas. First tank of gas for the bike since it came out of storage, which is kind of exciting. $25, and it wasn't even empty. No, not even empty. So that's super exciting. But on the flip side, I do have, as you can see, my little map going there. Let's see if this connects. My little auto thingamadooey. What's cool with the two of them is one will show you the map and the other one will kind of give you turn by turn, which is actually kind of nice. It is a little sluggish when it boots, I find, but you know, it'll see it just there. It gets there, right? So that's okay. It gets there. Yeah, we're gonna go for a ride out to where are we going? Oh, the lookup. So it's if you've been on the channel before, I've done the lookup before, but first time this year, and it's a lovely day. It's a whopping plus 11 outside Celsius, which is something. We'll take some of the back roads down there just because they're a little more curvy. But yeah, like in regards to the AutoCast, I'll probably get it wrong. The AutoCast C5 Lite, I think it is. It works good. It does. I always thought this would be a really good size, and I think for a lot of bikes it is. But the bigger a bike you have, the bigger I would like this. So this is I don't even know what its size is, like 4.3 inch or something like that, which is good. Sits there fine. But for those of us that ride with gloves, you know, nothing wrong with having it a little bigger. So I'd love to see them come out with like I don't know, maybe like a full 5-inch or a 7-inch or something like that. You know, 2 inches bigger. That would be excellent. Especially like some of these little buttons, like down here. Maybe you guys can see it. Like I can hit them. It works fine, right? That works okay. These big buttons here are no problem with me going back and forth with. That's all right. So that works good. I would like to see it possibly be a little quicker, maybe in regards to actually having the CarPlay feature enable, right? As you saw, it's not bad, I guess, if you're like turn your bike on and kind of just let it start and get all set up while you're getting ready. But you know, if you're maybe with a group of people and all of a sudden you're in a kind of a rush, right? And then it may be a little bit of an issue as you're kind of, you know, figuring out what's kind of going on with it. The other thing that I would horribly like to see them put in the next version is right now it really is designed as just like, I want to say almost as a secondary display, right? Now it does have a little tiny speaker in there, so if you're like funneling music or whatever out to it, then you know that functions. But it would be really kind of nice, I think, if they put, and there's only one thing, well maybe two things that I would love to see. Number one would be an auxiliary out jack on the back. So just for those of us that have, like I have an auxiliary port right here, I could go auxiliary straight into the auxiliary port. Fantastic, you know, hardwired, no interference, no nothing, right? It just works. That would be awesome. I'd be like super happy. That would 100% be the way I would connect this, without question. Or for those that have just an FM stereo, for instance, right? That also would be really nice, because then if you had an FM tuner built into this, because a lot of CarPlay units I find for the car, like for an actual car, like we have a CarPlay unit that we bought extra, like a third-party CarPlay, because our car's old, and you know, it has an auxiliary out, which is why I know that I like that. It has an FM transmitter. Not that I use it a lot, but it's a nice option for those that may be the only way to be able to connect. Those are only really great in areas that don't have a lot of like FM traffic. Like where I live right now, even here, we're out, you know, Nova Scotia. It's not busy by any means. Like there's not a lot of interference of anything. But even when I'm driving from where I live, if I head like northwest from I can tune into one station, but if I head like south, I have to tune into a different station because I get interference. So luckily for me, I just use a line in. Yeah, it has, you know, it has Bluetooth. Not that I actually use its Bluetooth. You use Bluetooth to do the initial connection. But for me, because I have line in on here and it doesn't have Bluetooth, I have this little cable. You guys may be able to see it right there. And that cable is going into a Bluetooth module that is just powered via USB. So basically, it's plugged into one of the like USB female plugs, and then I run it in there. And my phone actually just connects to it, right? I just have my phone connected to that. So basically what my phone is doing is it's sending all the visual stuff, so like maps and music selection and all that stuff, to the Carplay unit, and it sends all the audio out of it to my Bluetooth. Now, because of that, could I just run a line out to this? Yeah, for sure, but I do think it would be just really handy to have one Bluetooth connection here or Wi-Fi or whatever it is, and that's kind of it, right? Then you don't have to worry about anything else. Would I pay a little bit more for that? Yeah, a little bit, for sure. You know, just to have that convenience, you know. I would still need a cable, a Bluetooth, something or other, because my bike doesn't have Bluetooth. But, you know, some people that have bikes or cars or whatever, you know, they have Bluetooth in there, so I just figure, why not? If you're gonna do it all. But for me, honestly, right now, this works like a champ, you know. Works great, and you guys can see it here on my dash. It's solid. Where I have it placed, and I guess this is kind of a bonus of its size, is that I can still see over top of it where I have it positioned, like when I'm in overdrive. That's really the only gear I need to know that I'm in, right? Because it doesn't tell me like 1, 2, 3, 4. It just says, hey, you're in overdrive. I'm like, cool. So that means I'm in the top gear. Awesome. And on the other side, I have enough to see my neutral indicator, so that's good. And I have access to my cruise control, which is right there, so that's perfect. And the only other thing that I don't necessarily have like easy access to, which I would just turn on, but it's not hard to get to. It's, you guys may be able to see it. It's just down here, down in this area. It's my heated grips. So, you know, if someone was like, hey now, turn your heated grips on, which would be me, because I'd be saying that, I could reach. Not an issue at all, right? Not an issue at all. So I think that would be fantastic. Oh, there's a stop right here. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking, and then once I get through the next little bit, which is not overly exciting, I'll kick back as we get closer to the look-off. Oh yes, or when I just am bored and I feel like talking, because talking is exciting. But for now, really, because I know where I'm going, I could just do this, bring my music up, turn this on, boom, turn that back. See, all with gloves. Does that work? I think so. All right, guys, I'm gonna listen to some music, and we'll be right back. Oh, just so you guys know, this is one of my favorite parts. Now, there's a, I don't know why, it's just this one section of road right here. It's just a little bit curvy. It's kind of just plain. There's this plains area, which is kind of nice. You guys can see it, the Acadian Grand Dike. You know, why would you not think it's awesome? But for some reason, whenever I come through this, because you kind of come down to this little hill, and there's this little flat section down here, and then you kind of go up a little hill on the other side. Every time I come through here, I just want to go fast. I don't I don't know. I don't completely know why. It's just such nice little swoopy corners, you know. Just, but you have to watch through here because, as you can see, it's like farmland on both sides with tractors and all that. So you do get. I have come through here, and there's been like right here, right? See it? Maybe you can see it. Like, look at all the dirt from the tractors, right? So you have to kind of watch that. Really be like really cautious, like especially like up here, like this. You can tell where the tractor came across, right? So he kicked up a fair bit of dirt, which is not great for traction on a motorcycle, you know. So through there, you can. It's for some reason it's just like you come down this hill and you're like, and go time. And I think the other reason is, as bad as it sounds, you know, you can see like any kind of traffic, right? You can see if there's any cars down there. You can see if there's any cars on the other side. You just got such a good view, and there's nowhere anybody can hide. You know what I'm saying, right? So if you want to just kind of give her a little punch, right, just for a little bit of fun, that's kind of the place to do it, because there's just nowhere for anybody to kind of hop out and get you. At least I don't think so. Maybe there is. All right, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. All right, I'm gonna stop talking a bit more and turn my music back on. All right, see you as we get close. Oh yeah, see how nice and easy this is? Look, music. Oh yes. Okay, so this is another little area when you're heading up to the look-off. You can see the signs here, right? Scott Bay and the look-off, which is where we're going. It's the first time I came here. This is Canning, by the way. The first time I came here, I was like, look-off, this is like all flat. I don't understand where the look-off is. But you climb up, and then you get a wonderful view of the valley. Anyways, for those that are in this area, two things. If you've never been to this area, come visit Canning, because supposedly, excuse me, supposedly there's some lovely, lovely like restaurants and things like that. This little, you know, there's no like big like brand corporate restaurants. It's all like little independents as far as I know, but supposedly like really good, some really good stuff here. If you're kind of in the mood for a little bit of nice East Coast dining, some lovely homes too, you know, lovely homes. So I would you know, recommend that. And if you are from around this area, maybe you can leave a comment below and be like, you know, where you should go. You know, give us a name, because I would like to eat. I've always heard to come here, like the Dickie Baxter. That sounds exciting, right? The Dickie Baxter. But yeah, I think it would be a lovely little area. This place always gets me right here. This spot, right here. It's just the weirdest little turnaround. I don't know how many times I've missed that right there. More times than I care to remember, or care to count, I guess is a better thing. As you can tell now, we're starting a little bit of a climb. Not much, a little bit, but you will possibly see, maybe, right? That's funny. Look off 6. It was 6 like a kilometer ago, or maybe 2 kilometers ago. So maybe that's not. So anyway, see the hill right up there? It's off up there, just to the right is where you end up kind of going. But you get a lookout. I always thought, why is it lookoff, not lookout? But whatever. But you get a lovely lookout of the lookoff of the valley, which is lovely, which is where I'm going to go now. And it's lovely now. It's lovelier in the summer, and it's super nice in the fall, because of course all the colors. All right, I'm back to more music, and I will see you as we get closer to the top. All right, guys, we are starting the ascent. Is that right? Yeah. See, curvy roads. We like that. So it says 55 kilometers. I'm not doing that. But this can be, if you're new to motorcycle riding, my recommendation would be to take this, you know, come in here not at 80 like I sometimes do, especially if you got a car like this in front of you. Oh, he's turning. All right, never mind. Because this is such a fun hill too to kind of climb up, right? But I do know you get a lot of cars and a lot of motorcycles going up and down, especially down, that do this fairly slow, just because of the curves, right? It's not that it's crazy curves by any means. It's actually it's honestly it's a really nice flow, I find. You know, just a nice little move back and forth, take up, you know, the whole lane. It's all good. The whole bumpy. The whole world is yours. You know, relax, ease back, flow with the road. You know, but I would drive a road like this all day long. For sure, all day long. You know, in the summer you come up here, it pretty much guarantees any time of the summer you come up here where the lookoff is, and there's either motorcycles or some kind of sports car or convertible or something. Let's see. I think we're going this way. Look at that view. Look at that view. Come on now. Hey? Oh, yes. And we're still climbing. Still climbing. Not a lot of climbing, but still climbing. That's where I thought it was first time. First time I came here, me and Mary, we came here, we stopped there. We're like, is that it? It's got to be it. And then we couldn't turn around because there's no real place to turn around. So we're like, well, let's just keep going, see where this road takes us. And then we're like, oh, no, this isn't looked up. Look at that. Tides are in to the water, right? Bay of Fundy area. Oh, look, somebody else on a motorcycle. Oh, yes. So, told you, there's always one or two, for sure. All right, I'm going to come up here and stop. And that's going to be our ride for today, guys. That's it. I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes and then head back home. All right, guys. Nice and simply, this little thing, this little map thing, this AutoCast or whatever it's called, it's pretty good. I like it. I do. There's neutral right there, and I'd recommend it. It's not perfect for sure, but it's good. All right, guys. I'm out. Later.